Today is February 9th, 2026, and this is Read Through the Bible.
Hi, everyone.
And we're recording this on Sunday night.
Right, and first of all, I just want to thank so many of you for the birthday wishes that you sent my way. And I also want to thank you for the encouragement of just letting us know that you're listening to the podcast.
You even got someone wish you birthday wishes from Mexico.
From Mexico, yes. Hi, Chris. Thank you for your birthday wishes and for listening.
Yeah, super encouraging. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so also we had quite the adventure this weekend. On Saturday morning, our furnace started squeaking, like squawking, making all these noises. And so I called my furnace friend, Garth, and we talked on the phone, evaluated it, and we determined that we are getting a new furnace.
Right.
Yep.
But we've been plenty warm because we have a wood-burning stove, and Garth loaned us some space heaters, and if anything, we've been warmer than usual.
Yeah, so no furnace.
It's been fine.
Don't sorrow for us, because our wood-burning stove has made that room like so toasty warm that it's almost too warm to bear. Okay, well, we've come here to read the scriptures, and we're reading 1 Chronicles 25 and 26 today, where we see just David. If you look at the ESV, it says David organizes the musicians, 25 and 26, the divisions of the gatekeepers and the treasurers and other officials. One of the things that David did is really just organize everything, to administrate everything, to get so that when Solomon went to build, it was all organized and all set to go.
Yeah, I think he wanted to do everything he could to make sure it happened and happened well.
Yep. Okay, so these are the musicians, which I know you are a musician, you will appreciate this. Asaph, Heman, and Jeduthun. Okay. David and the chiefs of the service also set apart for the service the sons of Asaph and of Heman and of Jeduthun, who prophesied with lyrics, with harps, and with cymbals. Huh. Yeah, it is. I've got mine circled in a big question mark, what that means. Prophesied with lyres, with harps and cymbals. The list of those who did the work and of their duties was, of the sons of Asaph, Zakur, Joseph, Nethaniah, and Asharelah, the sons of Asaph, under the direction of Asaph, who, here it is again, prophesied under the direction of the king. Of Jeduthun, the sons of Jeduthun, Gedaliah, Zeri, Jesiah, Shimi, Hashabiah, Mattaniah, 6, and under the direction of their father Jeduthun, who prophesied with the lyre in thanksgiving and praise to the Lord. Of Heman, the sons of Heman, Bukiah, Mattaniah, Uziel, Shebuel, and Jeremoth, Hananiah, Hanani, Eliathah, Gidalti, and Romanti-Ezer, Jokbeshekshah, Malothi, Hathir, Mahazayoth, and all these were the sons of Heman, the king's seer, according to the promise of God, to exalt him. For God had given Heman 14 sons and 3 daughters. They were all under the direction of their father, as a musical family, in the music and in the house of the Lord, with cymbals, harps, and lyres for the service of the house of God. Asaph, Jeduthun, and Heman were under the order of the king. The number of them, along with their brothers, who were trained in singing to the Lord, all were skillful, was 288, and they cast lots for their duties, small and great, teacher and pupil alike. So then beginning of verse 9, we're going to see lots being cast for the musicians.
Right, and there's going to be 24 groups, and there's going to be 12 in each group, like very systematic, and that adds up to 288.
At the end of verse 7. Yep. And so what are these lots for?
Well, I mean, we don't know. It says for their duties, but my theory is that they're all musicians, and it looks like there's 12 that are serving in one shift, and I'm thinking maybe they had like almost constant music, background music, just to set the atmosphere. And I mean, you've got a mixture here of musicians and singers, and so I just picture them having constant music going there at the tabernacle and then the temple.
Yeah, you can't just put on Spotify.
You got to play it live.
You got to play it live, and so that's probably what this is. So the lot falling according to the rotating shifts of service is probably what this is. Okay, let's see who the lots fall upon.
Here's 24 times 12. The first lot fell for Asaph, to Joseph. The second to Gedaliah, to him and his brothers and his sons 12. The third to Zakur, his sons and his brothers 12. The fourth to Isri, his sons and his brothers 12. The fifth to Nethaniah, his sons and his brothers 12. The sixth to Bukiah, his sons and his brothers 12. The 7th to Jesharelah, his sons and his brothers 12. The 8th to Jeshiah, his sons and his brothers 12. The 9th to Mattaniah, his sons and his brothers 12. The 10th to Shimi, his sons and his brothers 12. The 11th to Azarel, his sons and his brothers 12. The 12th to Hashabiah, his sons and his brothers 12. The 13th, Shubael, his sons and his brothers 12. To the 14th, Mattathiah, his sons and his brothers 12. To the 15th, to Jeremoth, his sons and his brothers 12. To the 16th, to Hananiah, his sons and his brothers 12. To the 17th, to Joshbekashah, his sons and his brothers 12. To the 18th, to Hanani, his sons and his brothers 12. To the 19th, to Malathi, his sons and his brothers 12. To the 20th, to Elathah, his sons and his brothers 12. To the 21st, Hothir, his sons and his brothers 12. To the 22nd, to Gedalti, his sons and his brothers 12. To the 23rd, Mahazioth, his sons and his brothers 12. To the 24th, to Ramamti Ezer, his sons and his brothers 12.
That was an amazing reading.
Well, thank you. I like that last one, Ramamti Ezer.
Yeah.
It sounds like a Babylonian name.
Yeah.
Or almost an Indian name.
Yeah.
Ramamti.
Okay, so there is organizing the musicians, chapter 25. Okay, and in chapter 26, it just says organizing the gatekeepers, and these also are chosen by lot. And then the listing of the Levites who are in charge of the treasuries. So again, just David in organizing things for the reconstruction of the temple. For the construction of the temple,
Right.
as opposed to the tent. Right. For Solomon, who's going to do that. As for the divisions of the gatekeepers of the Korahites, Meshelemiah, the son of Kori, of the sons of Asaph, and Meshelemiah had sons, Zechariah the firstborn, Jediel the second, Zebediah the third, Jathniel the fourth, Elam the fifth, Jehoahan the sixth, Eliohionai the seventh, and Obed-Edom had sons, Shemaiah the firstborn, Jehozadak the second, and Joah the third, Sekir the fourth, Nethanel the fifth, Amiel the sixth, Issachar the seventh, Peeluthai the eighth, for God blessed him.
Obed-Edom, he comes up quite a bit. He's the one who had the ark at his house for a while.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And his son Shemaiah, whose sons were born who were rulers in their father's houses, for they were men of great ability. The sons of Shemaiah, Othni, Raphael, Obed, and Elzabad, whose brothers were able men, Elihu and Semachiah. All these were the sons of Obed-Edom, there he is again, were the sons of the brothers, able men qualified for the service, 62 of Obed-Edom, and Meshelemiah had sons and brothers, able men, 18, and Hassa of the sons of Merari had sons, Shimri the chief, for though he was not the firstborn, his father made him chief, Hilkiah the second, Tebaliah the third, Zechariah the fourth. All the sons and brothers of Hosa were 13.
These divisions of the gatekeepers, corresponding to their chief men, had duties just as their brothers did, ministering in the house of the Lord. And they cast lots by fathers' houses, small and great alike, for their gates. The lot for the east fell to Shelemiah. They cast lots also for his son Zechariah, a shrewd counselor, and his lot came out for the north. Obed-Edom's came out for the south, and to his son was allotted the gatehouse. For Shupim and Hosa it came out for the west, at the gate of Shelaketh on the road that goes up. Watch corresponded to watch. On the east there were 6 each day, on the north 4 each day, on the south 4 each day, as well as 2 and 2 at the gatehouse. As for the colonnade on the west side, there were 4 at the road and 2 at the colonnade. These were the divisions of the gatekeepers among the Korahites and the sons of Merari.
And of the Levites, Ahijah had charge of the treasuries of the house of God and the treasuries of the dedicated gifts. The sons of Ladan, the sons of the Gershonites belonging to Ladan, the heads of the fathers' houses belonging to Ladan, the Gershonite, Jehieli. The sons of Jehieli, Zetham and Joel, his brother, were in charge of the treasuries of the house of the Lord, of the Amramites, the Izharites, the Hebronites, and the Uzzielites, and Shebuel, the son of Gershom, the son of Moses, was the chief officer in charge of the treasuries. His brothers from Eleazar were the son Rehabiah, and his son Jeshiah, and his son Joram, and his son Zikri, and his son Shelomoth. And this Shelomoth and his brothers were in charge of the treasuries of the dedicated gifts that David the king and the heads of the fathers' houses and the officers of thousands and hundreds and the commanders of the army had dedicated. From spoil won in battles they dedicated gifts for the maintenance of the house of the Lord. Also all that Samuel the seer and Saul the son of Kish and Abner the son of Ner and Joab the son of Zeruiah had dedicated, all dedicated gifts were in care of Shelomoth and his brothers.
Of the Izrahites, Caniah and his sons were appointed to external duties for Israel as officers and judges. Of the Hebronites, Hashabiah and his brothers, 1,700 men of ability, had the oversight of Israel west of the Jordan for all the work of the Lord and for the service of the king. Of the Hebronites, Jerijah was chief of the Hebronites of whatever genealogy or fathers' houses. In the 40th year of David's reign, search was made, and men of great ability among them were found at Jazer in Gilead. King David appointed him and his brothers, 2,700 men of ability, heads of fathers' houses, to have the oversight of the Reubenites, the Gadites, and the half-tribe of Manassites, for everything pertaining to God and for the affairs of the king. There again, we've got the Reubenites, the Gadites, and the half-tribe of Manasseh over on the east side of the Jordan.
Okay, so summing up chapter 26, I think you can do no better than what the ESV did in terms of the division of the gatekeepers and just those over the treasuries. Those had charge over the treasuries, like verse 20 says. Okay, well, quite a reading today. But the emphasis here is, again, what 1 Chronicles is about.
Right, we've got the throne in the temple.
Yep.
And this is David, who's on the throne, preparing for the temple.
To be built, that Solomon will build.
Right.
Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.